Whoa, yeah, yeah. Mr. Jackson story time. Yeah, we back again. Real story, real vibes. Tell a friend. Reaction. History live. Lessons every night. Sit back, tune in. Yeah, the vibe feel right.
Jay and April had been friends for years. Everybody knew it. Whenever you saw Jay, you usually saw April. They talked every day, hung out every weekend, and knew almost everything about each other. The only problem was that Jay wanted more. He didn't just see April as a friend. He was in love with her. April knew it too. She could see it in the way he looked at her. She could hear it in the way he always checked on her. She knew Jay would do anything for her. But every time the subject came up, she would tell herself she wasn't ready for a relationship. Maybe later, she would think. Meanwhile, Jay waited and waited and waited. One day, Jay was hanging out with his friends when they finally had enough. "Man, you've been chasing April forever," one friend said. "She got you in the friend zone." Another friend nodded. "You need to either tell her how you feel one last time or move on." Jay didn't want to hear it, but deep down, he knew they were right. At the same time, April's friends were having a similar conversation with her. "Girl, Jay is a good man. He treats you better than most boyfriends treat their girlfriends. Y'all already act like a couple, and it's obvious he's crazy about you." April sighed. "I know. So why don't you give him a chance?" her friend asked. April looked down because there was another guy, a guy she liked. The problem was that guy barely paid attention to her. He rarely called, rarely texted, and never seemed serious. Still, she couldn't let go of the idea that one day he would choose her, so she told her friends the same thing she always said. "I'll think about it." Weeks went by. Jay was getting tired of waiting. He wasn't angry at April. He just felt stuck. Every day felt the same. Then one afternoon, everything changed. Jay and April were hanging out with friends when a woman named Sam walked over. Sam had noticed Jay before. Unlike April, Sam didn't hide her interest. She walked right up to him with confidence. She smiled, then lightly touched his arm. April immediately noticed. "So you're Jay?" Sam asked. Jay blushed. "Yeah," Sam laughed. "You cute." Jay didn't know what to say. His face turned red. Then Sam asked a question nobody expected. "I've been wanting to talk to you. Let me take you out sometime." The entire group went silent. Jay looked shocked. He looked at Sam, then at April, then at his friends. His friends were practically screaming with their eyes. "Say yes, say yes, say yes." Jay took a deep breath, then smiled. "Yeah, I'll go." The second he answered, he got nervous and walked away almost immediately. Everyone started laughing, even Sam. April tried to smile, but something inside her didn't feel right. A few days later, Jay and Sam went on their first date, and it was amazing. For the first time in years, Jay felt appreciated. Sam asked him questions, listened to him, made him laugh, and when the bill came, she insisted on paying her share. Jay couldn't stop talking about her afterward. He told his friends how much fun he had, how easy it was to talk to her, how much they had in common. For the first time, Jay seemed truly happy. Meanwhile, April couldn't stop thinking about him. She started calling more, texting more, trying to spend time with him. But things had changed. Jay wasn't available every second anymore. He wasn't sitting around waiting anymore. He was busy building something with Sam. The more Jay pulled away, the more April realized what she had lost. She wasn't jealous of Sam. She was jealous of the opportunity she never took. All those years, Jay had been right there. Loyal, kind, patient, waiting, and she never gave him a real chance. One night, April finally admitted the truth to herself. She loved Jay, not as a friend, not as a backup plan. She loved him, but by then it was too late. Jay had fallen in love with Sam. Months later, Jay told his friends something that surprised them. "I'm thinking about proposing." They smiled because they already knew Sam wasn't just another girlfriend. She was the woman who chose him when nobody else would, the woman who saw his value immediately, the woman who didn't make him wait years for an answer. When April heard the news, her heart sank. She knew it was over, not because Jay stopped caring about her, but because someone else had stepped up and given him the chance she never took. Years later, April would still think about what could have been, and every time she did, she remembered what her friends told her. He was the one, but by then, he belonged to someone else. The lesson. Sometimes people think they have forever. They think the good person will always be there waiting. But life doesn't work that way. Opportunities expire, people move on, and somebody else may recognize their value before you do. If someone truly cares about you and treats you right, don't spend forever deciding, because one day you might look up and realize the person you wanted is no longer available, not because they stopped loving you, but because someone else loved them enough to choose them. The end. Let me know in the comments, was April wrong for waiting too long, or should Jay have waited for her?
LaJackson story time, yeah, we back again. Real stories, real vibes, tell a firm reaction. History, life lessons every night. Sit back, tune in, yeah, the vibe feel right. Rip hop, drum, percets, story effects. Confident video, the drinking, rap with storytelling. Yeah, the vibe feel right. MR Jackson story.